Hey, Bearassers. Some of our content may be offensive or triggering. Your feelings don't affect our opinions on the show. You're offended? You can kiss our bare asses.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back for another round of the Bare Ass Podcast.
Bare Ass Podcast?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Let's do this.
We're all in.
We're all in.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Oh, he's in too.
I'm in too.
No
This
way.
is number three.
Number three?
Number three.
I think number three is right there.
Number three is up there, but I'm number three.
Oh.
Anyways, I just want to introduce everybody. This is Blake the Make over there, handing on the lake. This is Joel the Mow. He sits in the middle and goes ho. And this is John the Guy. He's a little bigger than a hoe.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, stick to climbing trees, Sasquatch. Rapping's not your thing.
Yeah, how dare you? Mm-hmm. All right.
So what's going on?
Not a lot of, just kind of.
Living the dream?
Well, yeah, that's the goal, isn't it? I mean,
suppose.
I wake up and take a big hit of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight to the dome.
Every morning.
Feels
Yeah.
good, doesn't it?
I'm high all day.
Wow. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get others on that, get them hooked on life,
Yeah.
living life.
How much does that cost?
It's free. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's a mindset, brother.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
No, he doesn't.
Not really, but anyways, I just pretended. So what we got on the agenda, boys?
Tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
That's always on your agenda.
Wow.
Big, giant tornadoes.
Yeah, I
we
heard.
all know you're scared as hell.
Didn't I hear? Weren't you telling me about Blake shopping for all kinds of beefy wood?
Yeah.
You building yourself a coffin or?
No, a shelter.
Oh, a shelter.
Yeah. Trying not to be in the house coffin.
With 39 cent Menards clips.
Yes.
You're on the budget.
I'm on a budget. Hey,
budget
it's
bunker.
better than standing in the middle of my unfinished walkout
It is.
basement.
Oh, man.
Going, take me.
I mean, I would probably add about a case of liquid nail with that. Maybe
No,
beef it up a little bit.
I got some cement anchors and I don't know. I figure I put a big, thick wooden box in the corner under the stairs and anchored into the concrete. It'd be better than just standing there looking out the patio.
Have you ever seen that Indiana Jones movie where he goes in that refrigerator when the nuke goes off, when they're testing, and the fridge flies like 7,000 yards and
Yeah.
crashes on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My box will be that strong.
That's a strong box, man.
Yeah. Well,
If you need any help, I'm pretty handy with a nail.
oh, I'm going to need help.
All right.
I'm just winging it,
Okay.
but it's going to work.
All right.
I don't know. After seeing that tornado in Iowa that just leveled Greenfield,
Yeah, that was pretty
it
brutal.
was an F4.
Those poor people.
We're not that far away from Iowa, buddy.
Man.
Can you imagine?
Well, I think the humidity of Minnesota, I think we feed a lot of the storms.
Yeah, but
I mean,
sometimes that makes it up here.
I mean, we are in Tornado Alley, technically.
What is that
But-
video? Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
Sir, you.
What is that video you showed me? Which one was it that showed all the basements sucked right out of the ground? All that was, or rubble filled the basements, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You got any?
Yeah, we can
Yeah?
bring up a clip.
When I was probably like 13, we were in a wicked tornado, man. And it was a few miles from here where I grew up. And that thing, it sucked, maybe pushed in some of the windows on one side of the house, but that thing left a trail through the back of our woods, which eventually turned into a four-wheeler trail for me riding. It opened up the land a little bit.
Perfect.
But I've never seen anything like it.
It's like
Everybody, this is Stephanie. Our storm tracker has just arrived in Greenfield. These are our first live.
That's
images
crazy because
as
I
they
grew up
arrive
in
into
Greenfield.
town. They're having
Really?
to navigate
Not this
around some
Greenfield.
road closures. As you can imagine, some of the areas are not safe to drive. But Chris, you're getting a good look at some of the damage there.
Wow.
This is on the
You just
outskirts
wake up
kind
one
of
day and
of
that
what's happening.
happens?
We have Dana and Rachel there right
You're-
now.
Do we have Dana on
Next
the phone
year is
with us at all?
ruined.
Can we work on getting her?
We did not.
Let's work on getting her.
Not the day,
see if
the
she can
year.
convey what she's
That
describing.
restoration project
We're
the guy
looking
was
at
doing is probably
significant,
canceled, you know,
damage to homes.
on his
And
GTO.
they're coming in from.
Often small decisions make the biggest difference in deadly situations like this tornado,
Wow.
like the decision of the man who lived here to run 3 houses down, grab his cousin's wife and young baby, and bring them to safety.
Safety. There's your basement,
Somehow.
Blake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone survived.
I didn't
You
think
might
a
make
tornado
it.
was gonna hit.
They all survived.
Imagine if you had a
And
wooden,
I know
little wooden
one of my
box
friends,
down
she
there.
hates
You'd have
storms,
a way
so I
better
made sure she was
chance.
You
okay.
would. At least the
And
debris
her
doesn't
husband,
rip your skin off.
you know,
like
Hey,
you
look
talked
at
about
that
pre-
path of destruction. My
Yeah.
It
God.
was probably bad.
That thing just
The first tornado
formed.
of the day
It
in
is,
Iowa was
yep.
headed straight for a disaster in the town of
That's
Red
scary.
Oak. A powerful stovepipe that literally
Picking up-
disappeared in front of our cameras as soon as
Picking
it
up
hit
debris
the
and
city
just
limits.
throwing it and dropping it everywhere. Listen to that.
There it goes, coming into town. They say it sounds like a freight train. That's what's even worse. I got train tracks like 3 blocks from my house.
Storm stopped. The next
Remember there was a tornado warning one time?
sort of twisted
I'm like, is that a tornado or is it a train? Yeah,
That's pretty
thing
nuts.
was wild.
That's pretty nuts. Well, I'm sorry you've been so traumatized by that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
Drives me-
sorry.
it was my mom. She did it to me.
Yeah, she used to throw mattresses over you, right?
Yeah,
And
move me from
screaming.
corner to corner. Anytime there's a storm.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I mean, that thing fucked shit up.
I mean, after the show, if you want to hug or something, you want to talk about it.
I might have to. Mm-hmm. But now we live out in farm country, so we're more susceptible.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that fucking windmill, man.
Yeah, look at that.
Thing got
Holy crap.
annihilated.
Those are fiberglass blades or something, aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, metal and fiberglass.
Nice. Nice.
And that thing didn't stand up to the
Yeah.
tornado.
Imagine being up there working on it when that happened.
Did you know? Did you know you can't recycle that stuff either?
Yeah, they bury it. There's like just thousands of feet.
I don't
of it buried.
understand. Like, what do you mean you can't recycle it?
I don't
Why are you making it then?
Exactly.
It's so itchy. Fiberglass. Yeah, I wouldn't want to
the
deal with
worst.
that shit.
I think they probably cause more harm than good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Slaughter a lot of birds.
Oh, yeah.
It's an eyesore for whoever lives by there.
It is an eyesore. It's kind of cool to drive past a huge windmill field, like when I go on a road trip or something and see it. But yeah,
Every
to,
day.
to see those big flipping.
Yeah, imagine one if it was like 100 yards from your house and all you heard all day long was whoosh, 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 just for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'd probably want to blow it up.
You know, it would be much smarter is like having, energy made from waves.
Yeah,
I mean, it's constantly going.
they have
Yep.
it.
You could have the cords going right to the mainland.
And I don't
Yeah.
understand why that isn't our system, because that seems to work so good. I've seen the videos of it. It's just constant wave, and that thing is moving. It should be able to power an
Forever.
engine.
Forever.
Why isn't that the main deal?
Because they can't probably.
Oh, they can't make enough money off
Yeah,
of
it
it,
would
robbing
be-
people. That's right.
They don't want to. They don't want to freeze.
That's right. That's almost Tesla energy,
Why
right?
can't
Yeah.
we make
Yeah.
a perpetual motion machine?
yeah.
I know the laws of physics don't allow it, but it's got to be possible somehow.
There's a way.
There's got to be a way.
What if?
What if you sat on a treadmill and ran 24/7,
How dare you.
Sasquatch?
What if we use trees swaying back and forth, hooked to a generator? What about that?
I don't think that's gonna work, Sam Squatch.
It would work in windy days. The trees really sway back and
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you too, buddy.
Did you know that you don't exist, Sasquatch?
Oh, I exist.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
Only in Joel's.
You're a figment of Joel's imagination.
I am a figment of my imagination. How dare you again? Kiss my ass. I'm back to the trees.
Yeah, I'll get back to your fucking tree, Sasquatch.
You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Picking on Sasquatch like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's this gal, I think, I don't remember if she's Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, but she does it. She's pretty serious when she's doing it, but she does the did you know thing. Mm-hmm. Did you know? And then comes up and tells you some random thing that you didn't know. That's pretty insane.
Did you know that I have watermelon suckers?
He
again?
has watermelon suckers again.
That's insane.
Yeah.
They're spicy.
Now, remember,
Chili.
it wasn't that long ago. I mean, I think the pods are even up on the YouTube. You said you were off of them, and now you're back on them.
Yeah.
I relapsed.
Yeah.
I
You
told
really have,
you said you didn't have them for 8 days, and right when you left, I told Joel, I said, he's a liar. It's been 6 days.
Yeah. And that's only because his Amazon shipment was late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, now it's
He's got a 70
6
pack.
minutes.
It was delayed. And
Oh, man. I got home at lunch, and they were sitting on the counter. I was like, give them to me.
Yeah, and it was probably almost as good as an ooey gooey. No?
Better.
They are.
Way better.
I have seen you been cutting off the ooey gooey, so
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
It's been 24 hours since my
Wow.
last ooey gooey.
wow. Do we have an ooey gooey for him?
Yeah, ooey gooey. I mean, it's not. The point is that he's off the ooey gooeys. The other point is it's only been 24 hours. This is because he hasn't went to the gas station to get another one.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for John to try one of these.
Well, I'll have one.
You want me to try it right now?
Yeah. I want to see if
If I can handle
you
the
can handle
spice?
the spice. They're pretty intense.
Wow, he took that in like a porn star.
Well, there was a couple times that one weekend in Reno.
What do you think?
It kind of tastes like a baboon's ass.
Oh, what's that?
Baboon.
Oh. Yeah, you just got to get through that initial spice.
It's basically kind of like, I mean, I eat
just-
red cayenne for health.
It's chili sucker.
Is it
kinda reminds me of
spicy
that.
actually?
No, it's just like a,
It's like chili powder or some
Yeah.
sort.
What with sugar or something?
not yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
Once
really?
You,
Oh,
once you
yeah.
get to it, then it's like the perfect blend of blissfulness.
That sounds good.
I can see why you like these now after the first couple.
Well, maybe after this show, I'll try one in private.
And then you get
Oh, I got one for you to try and
Then you get-
Don't
then
worry
you
about
get-
that.
once you get hooked though, it's all over. You start pawning stuff.
Wow.
Hey, you want to buy
Start
my,
getting all itchy.
Yeah.
buy my tools? I need to. I gotta pay some bills, man.
I need a sucker.
Sucker for a sucker.
Yeah.
So, where are we at with things?
You know what time I think it is?
What time?
I think it's time for the rubber room. Yeah,
Rubber room.
the rubber room. You know that thing we do.
You mean that crazy news?
That crazy news.
Where you tighten up
Rubber
your
room.
straitjacket?
Whoa.
Whoa. That was reverberating.
I can reverberate pretty good.
Yeah, I heard Sasquatch do have a couple different types of vocal cords. That's what I heard.
It's right. I got a deep voice too.
Wow.
That's for when I'm trying to scare the campers.
That sounded like tree.
How dare you? Actually, my split personality is me and the tree.
Oh, you're bipolar?
I'm bipolar.
I knew it.
I'm bipolar and wood polar too.
Whoa.
Yeah, and tree polar.
Wow.
Anyways, you guys get on with the rubber room.
Get back in your straitjacket.
Bye, 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 bye.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but this is interesting. You know, Cuba,
Yeah?
their banking completely collapsed.
Really?
Everybody woke up, and in the morning, there was no money in their banks, and there was no money in the ATMs.
Don't they use the U.S. dollar there?
All I know is their banks are gone.
Wow.
And guess what? Guess what's available for them?
Bitcoin?
UBI.
Oh, boy.
Digital. Universal.
Oh, you know.
So here's the introduction, folks. Now we know what they're planning. So just remember, the people who managed everything, they don't get to manage anymore. You understand, people out there? When you manage up everything into the effing ground, you don't get to be a part of it anymore. Matter of fact, you're going to lose everything you got, everything your family's got, and you're going to prison if you don't get strung. Because, dude, that's completely insane.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing. They're going to ruin the money so that they can bring in total control.
Yep.
That's what they want, period. That's it.
That's what they're doing with our money.
And I, for one, will not, I won't be a part of it. I will die before I let them have that kind of control.
Right.
There's no way. I'll live in the woods and, me and Sam Squatch and Tree, we can all get together and hunt and whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
make
can
an
hunt-
honest living.
hunt squirrel.
Yep.
Sasquatch loves hunting squirrels.
I know he does. I seen a jacket of squirrels that he was wearing the other day. It's pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, he's actually having a new jacket made right now. That's what he told me. But
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. Sasquatch has to pay on acorns.
So, how do you guys feel about that? And what do you think? How do you think other people are going to be? Do you think people are just going to hop on board the digital train and accept it?
Oh, of course they will.
How many, though? Do you think
Tons
most?
of them. All the sheep.
I think
Bah.
I think they're trying to use UBI as a temptation. Hey, we got
You don't have to worry about
free
working.
money, $1,500 a month. But you will have to worry about working because that $1,500 ain't gonna get you shit.
No.
No.
It's not going to get shit. And I can't believe how fast people lock on to these
Yeah.
$1,500s and $500 bills that come in the mail. And it's like,
Our life is
Transform.
we're gonna have a new vacation all summer, and it's just great.
yeah,
I'm gonna quit my job.
Yeah.
I got $1,500 now.
unbelievable.
No, I think that's what they don't want to do UBI, but I think they realize that.
Well, St. Paul piloted it. It's been out for a couple of years now.
Huh? And how did that pilot go?
I know they did it during COVID, and it's just St. Paul. And I don't know. I think it was like $500 a month or something, just a supplemental kind of thing. It's a test thing, and I think they do it in pretty much every state. One of the cities does it, and they're trying to get people, like you said, it's slowly turning up the water. The frogs are in the pot. Man, this feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right when they loosen up, the bubbles start coming. I can't move, Billy.
My skin's bubbling.
My eyes are fogging.
Man.
Yeah, most people's eyes are fogged.
I think 75% of the population will welcome it with open arms. That's my guess.
Well, I guess we're going to have to start thinning out those guys. Make them odds a little more even.
Right.
Because those people are the problem.
Uh-huh.
Really. Because, you know what they've done with this system? They have created, the prisoners have become the prison guards. And when prisoners like us realize that we can escape and be free, and we were put in prison unjustly, those fellow prisoners, they become the prison guards and say, no,
The snitches.
no, you ain't. That's how this system has worked. And these spineless jelly belly goblins at the top, who on my worst day I could cave their head in with my bare hands, they're the ones running everything.
Scumbags.
Scumbag Steve.
Have you ever heard of Terrence Howard?
Yes, I have.
And he was like an actor. He hasn't been in anything for a while. Apparently he's pretty smart and has some pretty big accolades in the educational area. he was on Rogan, I guess, and it's been blowing up on the TikTok. And he was talking, many people are basically waking up that we're more powerful than we think. Like, things are not what we think. We've been lied to, basically, about a lot. Even, math even is wrong and everything. Mm-hmm. And he was pointing out about there's new elements that he found that he's working with these people, and they have like the same machines as like UCLA or Harvard or whatever. So it's not like it's, this is real stuff. And he's helped working with these professors to build a machine to recalibrate your DNA. He said the reason why people have certain diseases and illnesses and problems is because they're the harmonics of your body. Like, he showed the sequencing, and he's like, it might be just off just a little bit. And so what this machine does is it compresses it and it recalibrates it, makes it go back to where it's supposed to go. And then there's no medicine, there's no invasion, they're not cutting into anybody, there's no lasers, there's no nothing. It's just a frequency. Resets you, done. In other words, if you had cancer, boom, reset, no cancer.
Yeah, I need to reset.
That's all cancer is deformed cells, ain't it?
Yep,
So,
100%. So basically, that's what he's saying, is that it's all like, and we know Tesla said everything is frequency and vibration. That's what energy is. Mm-hmm. And that's what we are. Technically, even this is. It's just lower.
It's dense
frequency.
Energy.
Yeah,
I can feel the energy.
It's I don't know what they say, one-dimensional, two-dimensional or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lower, like even a tree or a brick or anything. Even this is two-dimensional or,
Huh.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty wild.
And then, of course, the Gen X train. I mean, I'm going to just keep saying that because it's not stopping. It's hot, hot, hot. Mm-hmm. People are really wanting to change the government and the business and how things operate. Like, it's not fair. We know it's corrupt. So, I'm not going to keep beating on about it, but that's the facts. And we know that.
Beat on about it. I want to hear it. The revolution.
Well, like I said, everybody, like every Saturday, people are getting together on X. Like I had mentioned before, it's the bonfire. It's hashtag Red Dawn. It's, Gen X Rising. There's all kinds of hashtags. That's just a few of them I can say. And now the young people are joining on. Now that other generations are coming. So I don't foresee anything like somebody, like there's people who try to do the fear mongering and they'll say that, the government's going to just come and do this or that, trying to scare you to stop you from talking and doing stuff and getting together. And, people are like, what are they going to, they don't have enough room in the prisons now. Mm-hmm. If 60 million people stop paying their taxes, they ain't going to fucking do a thing. They ain't going to do nothing. What do you mean? Mm-hmm. And then the same thing with paying your bills. They're saying, we just ain't going to pay them anymore. The people who own the apartments or renting the homes, they're not going to get money. And when the whole fucking neighborhood does it, the cops aren't coming. Right. Nobody's coming.
Yeah.
And
just the bad guys.
So people just keep saying, they're fighting back on this. Like before that would have never happened is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like, this is different. This, I know the government is afraid right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right now they are scared.
Yeah.
Because now people don't care. And when people say stuff like that, there's 100 more videos that reply to them and say, no, it's not right, left. It's not black, white. We don't give a shit anymore. Don't get it through your fucking head. That shit ain't going to work anymore. So I'm optimistic. Now, I know they're going to try to hijack it. I've been paying attention to these scumballs for a long time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I know they're going to try to do something, which means false flag. Oh, here's another thing. I'm telling you right now, this is my prediction, that sometime soon this year, the lights and the internet will go down, and it's because they're going to stop. They're going to stop the flow. They know that everybody is done. And oh, by the way, this isn't just America. This is worldwide. Everybody from every country is joining on this.
Huh.
They're all sick of it. So there's like all these different patches of people. They're all coming together. The Native Americans, the Hopis, they talked about it. It's called the Rainbow People. It's people of every color coming together and ending this. The white buffalo was born. There was a black crow or a white crow, and there was a white moose. They've all been seen. These are all like part of their prophecies and stuff. And then of course you have Christianity, which their prophecies, their signs. There is signs, man, that we are at a remarkable time. Like that has never been, for real.
Oh yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people that are still head in the sand, head up their ass, however you want to say it. But we have to be like, we got to remember to be a little patient with them, because we were brainwashed too, and we believe the lies too.
Yeah.
And just think about it. When you finally realized like what's going on, it's like going through a death.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
You're going through the stages of grief because you realize that. I mean, it's just like when you were a kid and you found out Santa wasn't real, or the Tooth Fairy.
Santa isn't real?
Joel, I'm sorry. He's
real. He's real.
Only these lies.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
These lies weren't brief. These lies persisted throughout our lives.
Yeah.
And it's not just one thing. It's every fucking thing.
Yeah, I remember the moment the light bulb went off for me around 2005 or 6. It's like a death. You feel like your whole life was a lie.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit. How did I fall for that?
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of turns into depression for a while.
It does.
And then finally you're just like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I went crazy for a while myself.
Oh, yeah, me
Stacking, stuffing, prepping.
Stacking to the rafters, waiting for the big event.
And just freaking out,
Yeah.
That's all I thought about is prepping.
That's all I did for 2 years.
Yeah.
Watch videos and prepped.
Prepped, and then re-prepped, and then re-prepped, and unpacked, and repacked.
Then nothing ever happened.
And then now I'm too old to even carry it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I'm going to have to fight it out here, man. All that gear, I guess.
just don't even
Yeah,
care.
25 years ago, I figured I'd be in a spider hole.
Yeah.
By myself, lone wolf, gutting people left and right. But now I realize that's not realistic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be local wherever you're at. You might as well know people where you're at. Get to, that's the best you're gonna get. That's it. I mean, that's all there is.
Yeah, I love seeing all the YouTubers like, I'm just gonna go run off into the woods, live happily for the rest of my life.
Ripped to pieces by mosquitoes.
Yeah. Like, you and 50,000 other G.I. Joe wannabes are going to meet each other in the woods and fight over the last 1,000 deers.
Yeah.
Now, something that was ripping
The speed squirrels.
Yeah.
something that was on the socials was going around saying that Biden was going to authorize UN troops to come to America or something.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I didn't do deep research, but I just looked at it briefly, and of course, Snopes or whoever said it was false, so that doesn't mean that it's false, but I didn't look any deeper into it. But I will say this, that the responses from people it warmed my belly. I mean, my heart was just joyous because like this one dude made a video and he goes, you go ahead and let those soldiers come onto American land. He's like, that's fine. They can walk down the street and come and try to knock on doors, but I can guarantee you this. They're going to go home in a bag. They're not, it's just that simple. They're and by the way, if that was true, if he really did say that, if Biden really did say, that's foreign troops, that's treason, and we all know what treason what your end is. By noon the next day, you're to be hung on the busiest square from high noon till sunset as a message to everyone that you don't violate the people. Mm-hmm. So if that's really what he said, well, we know what the consequences are.
Well, you're scaring me, John.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I just say it like it is?
It's
That's
bare
the-
ass.
Hey,
I guess that's the bare ass.
It's the
way.
bare ass truth. I'm telling you, anybody can look this up. This isn't my opinion.
That's what's supposed to happen.
This
but
isn't
it won't
my
happen.
this isn't my fucking opinion. That is the supreme law of the land. And when you commit treason, sedition, there's amongst other things, you're supposed to be put to death. And anybody who doesn't, follow through on their duty, they're supposed to be put to death. So that means any judges or cops or anybody who are supposed to enforce it, then they get hung too. So it's like, I know what you're saying, but you know what? I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if that happened, I guarantee you for the next 50 years, we wouldn't have to worry about any corruption until people started to, relax and let things go. And that's how it happens.
Yeah. Complacency.
What do they say? It's like, hard times bring hard men, and then hard men bring easy times, and easy times bring weak men, and weak men bring hard times, and then it just keeps going.
It's strong men create good times create
Weak men.
weak men create hard times. And the cycle repeats.
Yes, and we're back to hard times,
Yeah.
and it's time. I mean, everybody knows. That's the thing. It's like people are like, you can't say it. You can't say what the solution is. Even though you have freedom of speech and that's a supreme law of the land, you can't tell people what they're supposed to do, but everybody knows what we need to do.
Be prepared.
I mean, I'm just, how else can I say it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being as straight as I can be.
Yeah.
Everyone knows, and I don't even need to say it. Everyone knows what needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Justice.
Justice.
Justice. Justice is what I want for the trees.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I'm starting to think that you guys are getting out of control again. And I think it's time to wrap it up.
We're on the lumberjack side on this one.
Lumberjacks are evil. They come with their knives and their chainsaws and their barbed wire and their heavy equipment and their tree levelers and their flattened earth things and their stump grinders and their protesters and all that stuff.
And hippies.
And the hippies, and they're driving Volkswagens, and Swatch Squatches are sick of it. It's time to wrap it up. Let's get a beat. I want some mouth beats. I'm Sasquatch. I got big feet. I'm rolling deep. I got a wood car. I drive it fast. I roll through the woods, dodging those stumps at last. I jumped the swamp. The squirrel was there. I stopped and picked it up and pulled its hair. We're out, suckers. We're out. See you later.